Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leigh for those of you who are new. Hey girl. Today we are going to be doing this It's My Pleasure palette. It is the purple palette from the Colourpop monochromatic series. And yes, your girl loves some purple, so we got some glitter, we got a cut crease going, we got some fading in there. So to see how I got this, make sure you stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. If you are new to my channel, I like to start from beginning to end, as you know how I would do it on a regular basis. So I like to prep and prime my face first. So what I'm doing right here is I'm going in with my moisturizer. This is by Leiydbeauty. It is the Rose Milk, and it's a great moisturizer. It pairs really well under most foundations that I have. I haven't had any issues out of it yet. For those dark spots and to brighten up my skin, I'm using the Vitamin C Elixir. It is a combination of a serum and an oil, and it just really gives your skin that extra hydration, especially if you are on more so like the drier side. This definitely gives you that moisture. I would recommend this for normal to dry skin. I'm more around the normal combination, and I needed to wax my mustache. But since I'm using a drying foundation, I'm going to go in with an oil as far as my primer goes. Now you would think using the elixir oil and this oil that my face would feel greasy, but that wasn't the case at all. My face felt very moisturized, very hydrated, and ready for the foundation that I was about to apply. But first, I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera. I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and then I'm moving on to eyes. So right here I'm going in with the It's My Pleasure palette by Colourpop. It has all these really pretty different variations of purple and pink in it, and I'm going to start by priming my eyes using the P. Louise base in Rumor Zero. I like to use this base because it helps colors pop out because it is a white base. I do use it mostly on the lid and then blend it in with my brow bone shade, whatever that may be at that time. So now I'm going to start by using the first color. This is called Sleeper. It's a really pretty like maroon type purple, and I'm starting by creating the shape of the eye that I want. So I do want a cut crease, so I'm creating that cut crease, but I also want it to blend out on the side. So it's not a 100% cut crease. It's like, you know, cut crease in the crease area, and then how many times can you say crease in one sentence, right? So I'm blowing it out on the corner, kind of winging it towards my temples, and I'm using a Morphe M507 brush to achieve this look, and I'm going back and forth between that color and then just blending out the edges. This will ensure a blown out effect. And then to help that transition color, I'm going in with Fan Fiction, which is this really pretty like lavender shade, and I'm patting that in between Sleeper and my brown bone shade. And look, this brush broke, but is my favorite blending brush, so yes, your girl is going to use it. I try to glue it back together. You'll see it in another video, and it's gonna look ghetto, but it works, so I'm still using it. So here I'm just blending out Fan Fiction up into my brow bone. I don't typically use a brow bone shade unless I'm using like a highlight shade, and I don't see anything in this palette that I would use as a brow bone highlighting shade. So now I'm going in with my face elixir. I want to say it's elixir. It's not. My micellar water, yes. So now I'm going with my micellar water, and I'm cutting the crease. This will just make sure that I don't get too much purple into the white base that I'm going to use to cut the crease. It just gives you a more clean looking cut crease, and it makes it so that your colors don't blend in together, so they don't like all mesh together, because I do want this to be clean and crisp. So I'm just patting that in. I start by cutting it and then bringing it down and patting it in, and now I'm going back in with Sleeper, and I'm just reassuring that blown out shade on the corner. and then I'm going to move on to the next few shades. Now I'm going to start packing on these shades. The first color I'm using is called Chic. I'm not really sure what that has to do with It's My Pleasure. I feel like all of these have, you know, like a theme to it, and I don't see what this one has to do with anything. I see Fan Fiction and Sleeper, all of them have to do with something to go to sleep. This shade that I'm putting in the middle is called Do or Dough, and I'm pretty much just pulling it into the shade that I put on prior and blending them together until there is no harsh line. And then the last shade I'm going to go in with, it's called Mr. Sandman. See, another sleep reference. And I'm going to place that on the inner part of this cut crease, and that's pretty much it for that. Sorry, Callie's in the background. Now I just want to tighten up that line, so I'm going back in with Sleeper and an angle brush, and I'm just going to very, very lightly tighten up that line at the top so that it's nice and crisp, and then I'm going in with another brush to blend it in. Girl, if you got kids, if you got kids. So this is the NYX GlitterGoals, and I'm going in with the shade Quartz. It's a really pretty pink liquid glitter liner. I used to make my glitter liner myself, but I really like these. It's 10 times easier than adding like a glitter adhesive and then creating a glitter liner. So this is a much better alternative. And then I'm going to quickly do my liner. I'm going to speed through this because this isn't a liner tutorial and it's very tedious and takes me a while. So right here I'm cleaning up the edges of that just so that it's more crisp, and I'm sorry, Callie kept bumping into my camera. And now I am priming my lower lash line, and then what I've been doing, I've got excited because my Juno sponge was purple as well. But what I like to do is I like to put my concealer on right after that, just so that it blends really well in with my foundation. It's a new trick that I've been trying. I'm sure you've seen it in a couple of my videos, but I absolutely love this technique. So now I'm going in with the exact same shades that I had on the upper lash, not the upper lash line, in the crease area. So I'm going in with Sleeper and then Fan Fiction. I'm using Fan Fiction to blend Sleeper out, and then that'll complete the eyeshadow portion of the of this look. Actually, I'm lying. My inner tear duct will complete that, but yeah. So I'm just blending this in and blending it down, and placing that concealer there just makes it easier so that I don't have to, you know, do my concealer, do my powder, and then worry about cleaning it up later. So right here I'm going back in with Quartz, and I'm just pretty much outlining the top of the gel liner, and I did mess up here, so I'm using my angle brush to clean it up, and then I'm going back in with that black liquid liner to make it more sharp. So now I'm going in with Earthshine, and I'm placing that on the inner tear duct, and that will complete, you know, all the shadow that I'm using. I'm so sorry about Callie. She will not shut up. So for liner, I'm going in with Piggy Bank, and this is a purple eyeliner. Sorry about her. So now I am tight lining my lower lash line with the shade Piggy Bank. It is a purple eyeliner. I have been completely obsessed with the Colourpop eyeliners. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been completely obsessed with Colourpop, period. It's a very inexpensive brand, and it's a great brand if you want to start out your makeup collection, because you could use like $100 and get an entire face. So I'm quickly putting a coat of mascara on my lashes, and then I'm going to put on my XOXO Artistry lashes in the style Angel, and then I did my other eye off camera. So for foundation, I'm using my Huda Beauty foundation. I will have shade references down in the description box, so make sure you check that out if you are looking to see what, you know, shade range I am, to use me as a reference. But this is the, I believe it's the Faux Filter foundation. It's a very full coverage foundation. I absolutely love it, but if you are not a full coverage girl, I would not recommend it. But overall, it's a really good foundation. To set underneath my eyes, I am using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, and this is in the shade Banana. Yeah, it's in the shade Banana, and I'm just using that to set underneath my eyes. As you saw before, I have already done my concealer, so I am all good to go with that. That's kind of why I like to do it that way. I just feel like it works a lot better. So I'm also using this powder to contour and shape the rest of my face. Now for bronzer, I'm going in with the Too Faced. This is like the Love Spell bronzers. Sorry, now it's my cat. And I'm just patting this in, making sure that I get all of the areas of my face, my temples. I like to mostly concentrate on my temples and the top of my head. And then I'm using the banana powder to blend it out so that it's a nice even blend. So for blush, I'm using this Urban Decay blush. I believe it's in the shade Crush. It's the 8 Hour, I believe it's like an 8 Hour blush. I don't know if these are popular anymore, but I still have it and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's very pigmented and it worked really well for this look, just to give me that nice flush look. And now I'm going back in with my bronzer by Too Faced, and I am contouring my nose. I do like to add blush to the tip of my nose. I just feel like it gives it a very button nose appearance. And before I add my highlight, I like to add a setting spray. So this is the Glam Glow setting spray. It's the one that smells like orange sickles. So now I'm going in with my Smashbox. I believe this is called like Rim Light or something like that. But it's a very pinky shade of highlight, and I'm adding that to the high points of my cheek, the Cupid's bow, and my nose. And now that I'm all ready for photos, I'm going to do lips on camera. So for lips, I am lining my lips with the NYX Earth Tone Lip Liner. And then for gloss, I am using, I believe this is the shade by I Love Sarai in the shade Curvy. This is by Colourpop. And I'm just adding that to the center of my lips and blending it into my lip liner. And that will complete this look. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure to give me a subscribe. Yeah. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Share this video so that you can help me grow. That's the only way I can grow. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, beauties, I appreciate ya. Mwah. Stay blessed.